As a small business owner, you deserve more. More confidence, more connectivity, more of the tools that help your business thrive. And at Cox Business, you can expect more from us. We don't just have sales reps. We have perfect plan identifiers. People who will work with you to make sure your business gets everything it needs and nothing that it doesn't. Your business deserves more, and that's why you can expect more from Cox Business. Call 800-526-8572 to switch today.
There's nothing more predictable in.
As a small business owner, you deserve more. More confidence, more connectivity, more of the tools that help your business thrive. And at Cox Business, you can expect more from us. We don't just have sales reps. We have perfect plan identifiers. People who will work with you to make sure your business gets everything it needs and nothing that it doesn't. Your business deserves more, and that's why you can expect more from Cox Business. Call 800-526-8572 to switch today.
There's nothing more predictable in life than the unexpected. Lightning will always strike. Hail will fall on roofs. Fortunately, there's AAA. AAA has been helping members stay prepared for over 100 years. So when unusual storms, fallen debris, or sudden leaks happen, you'll be covered. Check, check, and check. Get the home and auto insurance you need by talking with a AAA insurance agent today. Visit AAA.com/insurance or stop by your local AAA store.
If you prefer real mornings, shouldn't you have a real breakfast? At McDonald's, we get real about breakfast. That's why you can have a savory sausage biscuit with delicious hash browns for only $1.50. It's time to wake up breakfast. Single item at regular price. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Thoughts of suicide may feel impossible to overcome. But with help and support, you can find hope and meaning. Call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK to speak to a counselor, or visit suicidepreventionlifeline.org. It's free, it's confidential, it's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And even if it feels like it, you're not alone.
Everybody, thank you for joining us on the Red Wine tonight. This is your host, Diane. You all know me as Diane B, or whatever the hell you want to call me. I am lucky enough to be joined by the fabulous Stacy, and we have a special treat. Auntie Vodka is with us tonight as well. How are you ladies doing?
It's very special treat for me, actually.
And how are you doing, Stacy?
Do we always do the Russian accent?
No.
But you do it very well. I can't talk.
I mean, dude, I guess I could do like the Boston thing or whatever, or maybe like the New York thing. Tell me what you want. What do you need? I got you, fam.
The Boston is me.
That's all right, girl. You take the Boston. That's totally fine.
Diane's constantly parking the car somewhere.
Don't park it at Harvard. They got those Chi-Com spies over there in Harvard. I don't even know if I can really do the whole Boston thing anymore.
I parked the car.
You don't have to, Diane. For Diane, it's natural.
I parked the car in Harvard. Diane, remember back in the day when they had the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Listen.
You go to the theater.
Schubert Theater. Yep.
No, the one in Harvard Square, dude. For the Rocky Horror Picture Show at midnight.
Rocky Horror Picture Show is actually at the Schubert Theater.
Well, now, but 20-something years ago, it was at that theater.
Yeah.
In Harvard, you brought your toast, you ate your
Toilet paper.
acid, you drove up the highway the wrong way, or maybe that was just me. I don't know. It was a long time ago.
I was pretty sure it was the Schubert Theater.
Anyhow,
Anyhow,
I was watching it in Santa Cruz, so.
is that where you saw it?
Oh yeah, there was an old-timey theater there with the big velvet curtains and the whole 9 yards that played every Friday night at midnight.
Yeah, I used to go dancing down the friggin' aisles. I swear to God, that was like, oh, on the toilet paper if we were up on the balcony. Oh my God, so much fun.
You can't do that anymore with the toilet paper.
Oh God,
Somebody will mug you, especially around Harvard.
especially
Are you
around
kidding?
every
Diane can't even order toilet paper.
Nope.
Diane
I
can't
know
even
that feel.
order toilet paper. Lou drops a link in a DM group. Diane, get your toilet paper. By the time Diane sees it, they're sold out. I think Diane's down to using old socks.
It's like you got to go to the grocery store every day now and get your, like, I don't like this free trial of socialism bullshit.
No.
Like, I can't get more than one jar of Rayo's. And I'm saying, as an Italian lady, I love my Rayo's. It's really delicious. And it's a limit one. I'm like, what country is this? This is bullshit.
Red lines are good, Auntie.
No, they're not. And Bernie's a dick.
Red lines are good.
Sorry, Bernie screwed y'all over again, kids. Gonna go 3 for 3?
Oh, didn't he, though? Did you see what he said to his supporters today?
No.
Did
he say, suck it, my Audi
God.
needs new headlights?
No, he said it would be like dishonest and terrible if his supporters did not vote for Joe Biden.
Oh, they won't though. You saw all those people that said they're not voting for him, all college groups. We will not.
Oh my
support
God, his
Biden.
own campaign manager. His own campaign manager said, yeah, no, that's not happening.
Did you see what is that guy, Sean? What's his face? The one that says he's black, but he's actually white. What's his name?
Talcum X.
Oh, talcum.
Powder.
Yes.
Talcum
but
X.
No, Sean,
Sean
what's
King.
his name? Yes.
Sean White.
Oh,
he was like, he's one of those saying how the hell he was talking in the teleprompter, talking with Bernie when Bernie was endorsing him. I'm like, and then Elizabeth Warren endorses Biden. Seriously, come on.
Oh God, she's so horrible. She's now look, you guys, look, please, mass holes, if you're listening, vote her the fuck out. Bring back Mr. Sexy Scott, whatever the fuck his name is, or just honestly a box of rocks. Stop electing Elizabeth Warren.
Oh, I know. I still have his centerfold.
Oh, hey, Lizzie.
Oh shit.
Lizzie endorsed Biden too.
Wait. Did he do Playgirl?
No, he didn't do Playgirl. He may as well. It was Cosmopolitan. Oh,
close enough.
But Liz, how could you know what? Obama had to have been calling all these people saying, we have to get Trump out of office. If these people don't realize this is the establishment talking, they're fools.
Obama looks like he's been tooting a little bit of the nose candy. Not going to lie. He hasn't been president for 4 years. He's looking rough around the edges like, bro, maybe you should have drank some more water last night before the interview.
No kidding. I'm sitting there going, look at those jowls. And not only that, the entire endorsement was like a freaking hostage video.
Like the one with heels up Kamala there. Like, I totally am endorsing Biden. And she's standing in front of a brick wall, like gun to my head.
Okay. There was some poll out there a little while ago that said...
was Kamala dancing around it?
No. Of the people in the poll who indicated they would vote for Joe Biden, 23% of them were enthusiastic. Have you ever met or seen an enthusiastic Biden voter online?
No. But have you ever met?
Where are these 23% of voters that are going to skip to the personally? I would crawl over broken glass on fire to vote for Donald Trump at this point.
Right.
Because the rest of them scream me to death.
Listen, Joe
Listen,
Biden
is going to
these people are very
Joe Biden.
serious. They're getting paid 50 cents a tweet to be excited about Biden. Like it's
This
real.
was an
It's
actual
organic.
Poll. They called people on the phone and asked them, who would you vote for in the presidential election? And then, are you enthusiastic? Are you just supportive? Or are you just voting for the party? 23% said they were enthusiastically voting for Joe. I think the only people that they actually called were like his campaign manager and Jill.
And Hunter's 9 illegitimate kids. I love Grandpa,
Right?
even though I've never met him, and I won't get any money from his will because he's gonna die soon. Oops.
Well, according to Joe, he only has 5 grandkids.
Right. I forgot about the other ones. Do they smell good? Can I smell their hair?
Oh God, I can't.
Oh, he's so creepy.
I mean,
I feel bad for him.
it.
Like, dude is a hot mess.
He's senile.
Oh yeah.
Okay, when Bernie Sanders was endorsing him, he talked about how important it was to create a path to citizenship for citizens.
Citizenship.
The citizens. Oh my
A path
God.
to citizenship for citizens. And Bernie's face like kind of fell, and then he plastered the grin back on, like, oh
Yeah.
shit, I'm on camera.
He's
Joe Biden
reading
was reading from a script.
Yes.
He was reading from a script during what was supposed to be a conversation.
I totally know what you're saying, Joe. I absolutely agree, and I fully endorse you, Joe Biden. Fuck. I need headlights for my Audi R8. You have no idea how expensive the maintenance on these cars is. They feel like pain.
We've got a vote in the chat room, and I have to disagree. Biden's gonna pick Michelle as his VP nominee. Number
he's
one,
not.
Michelle Obama never going on a losing ticket, and there's a significant chance that Joe would not be the winner.
Absolutely.
Number one. Number two, Michelle. People like to make Michelle out to be like Hillary. Michelle didn't even like living in the White House.
She's not even qualified to be president.
But I mean,
she lost her law license. What, you were married to the president? What, I'm married to a brain surgeon so I can cut into your head? What the fuck?
Let's talk about what Hillary Clinton thought just because her husband slept with another, with Monica Lewinsky. I mean, seriously, she was handed the Senate seat.
That poor girl.
Well,
wait, I have hold on, real quick prediction.
Michelle also likes making sweet bank going around the speech circuit, right? She's making good money doing that, more than she would ever make as vice president.
Mm-hmm.
She and her husband already have global influence and can make money in various ways. And she really just wants to hang out on the vineyard with Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it.
Right.
She's not going to run because she knows he's senile. It's an embarrassment that this guy is even the candidate. I don't even understand. They're so freaking desperate.
I fully agree with you. I'm going to throw a crazy prediction out there. I know he's like, hey, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pick a woman of color, a woman, because I like to smell their hair. I wouldn't be too surprised if he didn't go fully bananas and pick Cuomo as his vice president. Think about it. America's not ready for a chick president. I'm sorry, we're not. Well, we shouldn't be. But anyway, that's another conversation.
I can tell you right now. Want to know what the exchange was for Obama's endorsement?
Crack cocaine from Hunter?
No. Kamala Harris, VP.
Ugh.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. Kamala Harris didn't do well in the states that she was running in. So what makes them think she'd do? Seriously? She is... Oh, God.
She was an early dropout, though. Like, she didn't do that well.
She was.
Let's look at what they've done with her.
Changed her hair.
So when she
has a new hairstyle.
They changed her hair. She's got a new wardrobe that's a lot more flattering. She's not giggling like a hyena when she's in public. She's not moving her neck around and being all sister, right? Okay, which was driving everybody crazy. Basically, they made her drop her sister as her advisor, got her some coaching, right? And they even tried to make fetch happen with the K-Hive hashtag.
Oh, God. Yeah, but
Okay,
you know what?
that fetch wasn't going to happen. But somebody has been making significant investments in her. Her speech has changed. Her wardrobe has changed. Her hair has changed. They brought her out with him.
It doesn't change her record as Attorney General
Nope.
in California, like
No,
San
but
Francisco.
a lot
It
of
doesn't
people
change
don't pay,
that.
A lot of people don't pay any attention to that. Okay,
Well,
because they're not involved.
But social
politics
media.
anymore.
They paid attention in New
Right.
Hampshire because she couldn't. I mean, everywhere she went, there were people just asking her the
Yeah, but
questions
New
about
Hampshire
that.
Right?
is
Why
weird,
didn't she do
Diane.
better
You
in
have
the
so many
primaries?
political activists. You have so many political activists in New Hampshire because you're one of the first in the country. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I will say this about Iowa and New Hampshire: voters in those states in primary election years for president, you all take your job very seriously.
Fuck yeah, they do.
I'm telling you, they take their jobs very seriously. They know these candidates. They ask good questions. You can see it from the town hall. I'm saying for the 50% of voters, not even 50% of Americans, because only 50% Americans vote. For the 50% of those 50%, might even be larger than that only start paying attention in like September, what you would have to have is some really innovative commercials like the GOP just put out on Biden in China. That thing's going to have to go on loop starting in like September.
Kamala's baggage is Kamala's baggage. When the guy who she serviced under the desk, Willie Brown, former mayor of San Francisco, when that guy comes out and goes, yo, I don't know, y'all, I don't even think you should vote for her. Come on. Her baggage is her baggage. And that's she can't just cut the rope and get rid of it. So she's super sexy and hot and whatever. Like for a broad my age, I'm like, damn girl, you got it going on. But she cannot outrun her baggage. And that's why it remains in my mind a toss-up. I don't think she's just a lock. You know what I mean? If senile Joe Biden wants to be like, I need a hot black woman, like, okay, cool, go with Kamala. Because he's definitely not going to pick Donut Hoover. You know the one I mean.
You know the one. What's going to be her biggest downfall is in my parents are voters in New Hampshire too, but they watched the Kavanaugh hearings. And they were disgusted by what they saw, and she was a big part of those hearings.
Oh, she was a disgusting harpy.
Her performance, and they're going to remember that. That's what the voters that she's going to try and get the independents. Because, I mean, keep in mind, New Hampshire is primarily 60% of the state. All right, let's say 50% of the state are all independents. Those are the ones you want. And that's what's happening in a lot more states. They're going to remember because and I know the Trump campaign is going to bring all that out.
Oh, yes.
All of that out.
Oh, no. The
Trump campaign and Parscale and Scavino better go balls to the wall.
Oh, yeah.
With every minute of footage of her being like, well, Brett Kavanaugh. There was not a shred of proof. That woman, ballsy forward there, her story was so easily destroyed on Cross. And it's disgusting that anyone promoted her.
You have the fact that Reed, R-E-D-E, made the accusation against Biden. And if I was Trump campaign, you better believe I would take all of Kamala Harris's words, where she slammed Kavanaugh, and twist it into this is who she is going to be. She's on a ticket with.
You juxtapose the footage of Kamala Harris and what they've done to Tara Reid, to that woman. And like, I don't know if her accusations are true. And I'm not being partisan when I say they at least seem plausible if you juxtapose them with ballsy Ford there, Blaz. So I totally swear that it was definitely Brett Kavanaugh who literally raped me, and then I left, and I don't know where the house was or where I was or who else was there or anything else. Bitch, please. Anyone who's ever been sexually assaulted in any fucking way remembers exactly where they were, who it was, what was going on, the house, the place, who they were with. I'm sorry, but Blasey Ford is a gigantic liar involved with fine, just bullshit from soup to nuts. And people like Kamala Harris ran with it. And she's a disgusting, disingenuous harpy who does not belong anywhere near the White House at all for any reason.
I think what they should do with those commercials is take all of Kamala's words that she used against Brett Kavanaugh and ask the question.
It won't even matter. Do you know why it won't even matter?
Why?
Because Trump is going to give her a kick-ass nickname. You think Joe is mean?
I can't wait.
And Deb is mean? No, I am totally all in that he might actually pick Willie
Heels
Brown's
up?
mistress or Heels Up Harris.
Yes. See, I always call her Camelama Ding Dong. That's my nickname for her.
Oh, come on. If I would pay an immense amount of money to hear Donald Trump say on a podium, Sleepy Joe and Heels Up Harris, yeah, that ain't
Right.
nothing.
Literally $1,000 to the campaign right now if he does it. I'm not kidding you. I'll find a way to make it happen.
That's it. We should get a massive fundraiser going that if Joe Biden picks Kamala Harris and Donald Trump will call her Heels Up Harris, we'll give you all this money.
Oh.
That would be the funniest thing I ever heard in my life.
Heels Up made it real easy for me to grab her by the pussy. You know what I mean? Snap.
I would.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I know
well,
you guys are like, we're
Senator-
never having her
Senator
back.
Kamala Harris, according to Business Insider, Senator Kamala Harris has been floated as a potential nominee for the vice president. The other one is Amy Klobuchar.
Clobber chair. Yeah, girl. She'll kick your ass. I'm not scared of any of them, but if I were Joe Biden, I'd be like, I'm picking this bitch. She'll just mess you up.
She's boring.
She's boring. You know how she's
until
boring?
you cross her and then look out. She's like angry mom lady.
You know how you know she's boring?
She opens up her
Because
mouth.
when she said, no, because when they said, can you tell the voters something about you that would surprise them? It was like the final question to a bunch of the candidates on the stage. She says, I'm not boring.
I know jujitsu.
You know how I know you're boring? It's because that's what you picked.
What's she gonna say though? Like, I'll kill you. I'll literally kick your ass.
I'll tell you what.
She could have said, one time I got so pissed at a staff member, I ate my salad with a comb. Like, that's something.
Or threw a chair at them. I'd be like, I got to think about this. I might have to vote for you, honey.
Oh,
but you know what? If you're going to be a
boring.
woman running for office, like, own it, girl. Don't be like,
But you have
never
to
get mad at
envision.
anyone.
You have to envision every one of these women dealing with Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, he doesn't frighten me that much, really. And I don't want any of these women dealing with him because they'll all go emotional and ridiculous. I need a cold steel mofo who's not intimidated by him, who's like, all right, Vladimir, let's talk about this thing. Let's, you got to play poker with him. You can't be like, I'll kill you, Vladimir. Yeah, okay, sure. I'll have you dead before you leave the compound.
They've got Florida Rep Val Demings on there.
Who?
She's a former law enforcement officer. She was the African-American member of the House of Representatives, female that served on Adam Schiff's impeachment staff committee.
Ugh.
One of the impeachment managers. I mean, she seems the actual problem with her, she is a person of color, but which is something that Joe Biden is also being pushed to take into account. However,
dude, the chat.
She's also
the chat,
a member
real quick.
of the caucus.
Federalist JC in the chat is like envisioning Klobuchar debating Pence. I will fucking cut you, Mike. I'm sorry, I'm dead. I'm dead. That's hysterical. I could see. I will bust this chair over your head, Mike. Mike's like, I will pray to Jesus and smote you. All right. So, yeah. I will get Karen to come out here and punch you straight in your stupid face, you weirdo with that haircut that those little people in the play school houses had.
She's boring.
I think she's feisty. Like, she'd probably be all right.
You know, I honestly, I would love to hear what, oh my God, I have friggin' menopausal brain here.
Oh my God, I'm
now
dying.
we have
I'm
people
roasted.
rolling Hillary out again. Guys, it's not going to be Hillary, I promise.
Seriously.
It's not going to be Hillary.
I don't know why anyone thinks that's feasible. And it might not be Hillary, but maybe it'll be Teresa Barnwell, her body double. Because no one can tell the difference between them. Jesus.
No,
Hillary.
It's not.
They'll roll her out legit on a stretcher because she's not good with stairs.
And Chelsea,
No, you can't. No,
Ew.
we're not bringing Hillary back. Let's look at how popular. So if you look at Michelle Obama can go give a speech and it's well attended and people actually pay to get in, right?
Still?
As the former, as a public speaker, she's still quite popular. Especially in the like rah go girl kind of organizations and stuff like that. But Bill and Hillary did a speaking tour. By the time they were done, tickets were literally selling for $2.99, and they canceled it because there is no interest. There is no interest or enthusiasm for Hillary Clinton as a human being or a political candidate, and you are electing Joe Biden. The reason his VP pick is so consequential is because you are electing Joe Biden knowing that he will not be governing from day one. Okay?
Yeah, you're not
and
electing
that
Joe Biden.
What you are actually doing is finally just turning the entire government over to the permanent bureaucratic class and letting them run it. And Barack Obama told you that in his endorsement.
Mm-hmm. You're electing your sadly Alzheimer's grandpa and his hot nurse, whoever that may end up being. So it might be Kamala. Right. I guess. It doesn't matter.
No, Barack Obama told you in his endorsement.
I hope he picks Barack Obama.
Joe will put the best people around him, the best scientists, the best experts, the best so it's all the freaking bureaucrats like the Colonel Vindemans and Marie Yovanovitch and all those people will actually be running things. Whoever he, God forbid, he puts in Susan Rice as Secretary of State.
You know who he's going to bring back, don't you? They'll put Valerie Jarrett in there before you can even go.
Monchichi, oh so soft and Valerie.
But keep in mind, it's only been 3 years. There was a reason why Donald Trump won. They didn't want Obama Part 3. And Joe Biden is Obama Part 3 all over again. People don't want it. They don't want it.
He's like cracked out.
Obama said in his endorsement. Barack Obama said in his endorsement, Joe Biden is putting forth the most progressive policy proposals of any presidential nominee ever. As this pandemic has shown us, it is time for structural change in this country.
Oh God.
Not hope and change, not fundamental transformation, structural change.
Which means say goodbye to everything as you know it.
Chew soap. I love to chew soap. I like the Dove stuff myself. Chew soap.
Unbelievable. But you know what? Keep in mind though, and I know we're gonna have to go for a break soon, but people are really, chomping at the bit to get back out into the regular lives, to go to the stores, to do that. This is a taste of what progressive politics is. This is what they want.
Socialism's fun, you guys. I can watch TV all day and day drink and instruct my kids in shitty schooling with booze. Yay.
Isn't that the truth? But there are others that don't like it.
I don't like it. It makes me feel like a terrible person, but nobody is enjoying this, really. Unless you've checked your bank balance today and then you're like, I'm rich, honk honk.
My bank balance didn't change. That's very sad.
I got my Trump bucks. I'm voting for that mofo again. Yes, money.
Well,
socialism's awesome.
And you look at the comparison between the H1N1 response and this.
Well, I was like, I got some golf games and shit to do. I'll be back in 6 months.
Oh, what? 1,000 people died? Yeah, maybe I'll make a state of emergency.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
What's that pandemic? Is that like pandas? What is that? Okay, whatever.
But you think about the response then and what the response has been now. Now, do I agree with everything that they've done? Probably not. But people, if there's anybody that's going to get the economy back on the right track, it's going to be Trump. If he could do it 3 years ago when it was crap, I am quite sure it's going to bounce back a whole lot faster because of all the regulations.
Oh, Diane.
What?
Diane.
Oh, God.
You Trump humper. That was Obama's economy. Trump just capitalized on it.
I know.
Yeah, none of us lived through the Obama economy with the shitbaggery of healthcare.gov or our companies systematically getting rid of everyone who got paid a decent amount, hiring newbies for a third of the price, cutting your hours, cutting your benefits. And I'm talking about my experience, like big law. Okay. Yeah. None of us went through that. Obama totally fixed the economy. Totally. What?
Oh, so anyways, we're going to be taking a quick break. Don't go anywhere because we'll find you. We'll be back.
Stay right there, you bastards.
Get up, get your man about the red wine. Get up, get your man about the red wine. Oh, I can't get up out of bed with this crazy feeling in my head. I said, get up, get your man about the red wine. No, get up. Get your man about the red wine. Oh, get up. Get your man about the red wine.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is, if getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now, 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 $3 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-783-0810 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-783-0810. Again, that's 800-783-0810.
Get up, get your man above the red wine. Get up, get your man above the red wine.
Okay, and we are back, and I think we're going to continue the conversation that you guys couldn't hear because we were muted. But anyways, we were discussing basically what we think is going to happen when it comes time for the convention. We all have different opinions, and since I haven't had a chance to say mine, I will say that if Joe decides to abdicate, because that's what we were discussing, if he decides to abdicate his role as the Democratic candidate, I purely do not see Bernie Sanders or any of the crazy Bernie people, Bernie bros or whatever the hell they're called, supporting that at all. I think it's going to be chaos and craziness. And
they said they were going to burn down Milwaukee.
Really?
They already. Yeah, you didn't see the O'Keefe footage where they were like, "Yeah, we're going to friggin' just burn down Milwaukee if Bernie doesn't get the nom, like whatever." And everybody's like, "Okay, bros."
Well, did
sure.
anyone else see all of the tweets that came out from all the colleges and all of the Bernie groups and the supporters that are basically stating they will not support Joe Biden?
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I mean, you got to look at some of it, and I did an article on Alexandria Occasional Cortex earlier this week.
You're a brave
And
woman.
she's trying to say that Joe needs to do this, that, and the other thing, and he needs to get a little uncomfortable because he needs to get the youth vote. And I'm like, you idiot. The youth didn't even come out for Bernie Sanders, who they had some weird freaking vibe for. You really think they're going to come out for another septuagenarian that can't put a sentence together?
But
No matter what he
Biden
says
and
he's gonna
Bernie
do?
have been in office for 40 friggin' years. Yeah, let's listen to this absolute dolt with a 46 IQ who's a freshman junior House of Representatives broad from a little like, really? How come Joe Biden hasn't called me yet? Gee, I don't know, Alexandra. I don't know. That's weird, right?
Well, she's getting very nervous because she has a very good primary challenger.
Good. You mean somebody with a pulse?
The woman, Michelle Cisneros Cabrera, she's a former CNBC anchor. She's already raised $1 million for a primary for the House, and she's gotten the back of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and she is hitting Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez so hard right now for screwing up Amazon, because Amazon is a growing company, and that company would have brought more jobs to that district.
You guys, jobs are like so capitalist, right? And capitalism is like dad, right?
But keep in mind, though, that we talk about how Bernie voters didn't show up and support even Bernie. But bottom line is the Biden campaign is counting on them voting for him. I think they're including that population of people that will show up, but they don't understand it. I suppose I kind of think Bernie voters remind me of Antifa because they're very militant when it comes to their beliefs, and they're not swayed easy, if that makes sense. So if they've already decided that they're not supporting Biden, there's not a chance in hell that they'll support Biden. They'll just stay home.
It's like nobody remembers what happened boots on the ground during the primaries in 2016 when Bernie got screwed out of the nom in front of everybody's eyes. I watched it happen. I watched the Bernie bros be like, I'm just going to bite my tongue and vote for Trump. Fuck the DNC, whatever. And I don't really think they're going to do that again. But if you're not disillusioned as a Bernie lover at this point, he did it to you again. He rammed it right up your butt. He did it to you again. And I just, if we ever see him run again and there's ever any groundswell of people supporting him, I just don't even know. Like, do you not think he's going to do it to you a third time? He's done it twice. He caved to Hillary, caved like a little bitch, didn't even fight for it. Jill Stein was outside of the DNC convention on the front lines with the protesters behind the fences, making a stink that the DNC robbed Bernie of the nomination. Bernie's sitting there cowering in his seat like, okay, I don't want to get killed. So, like, how could you ever support him after that? But they did. But you know what? He did it to you again. Learn from it.
It's like they went from, it's kind of like the Ron Paul supporters became Bernie supporters. Even though they're different beliefs, but you know what I mean? Like there was like the groundswell of Ron Paul supporters that supported him every single time he ran or whatever.
The youth people that know something's wrong, that want something different, but just don't have the political compass and acumen and experience yet to fully be able to realize that. And they're like, this guy sounds good. Let's get behind him. Because you're Ron Paul and Bernie, probably not the same at all, but kind of ethos wise, you can support that grassroots thing. But if you don't learn from this Bernie screwing, you're never going to learn. And I feel sorry for you. But by the next election, you'll be 4 years older and maybe you will have learned something. Maybe you'll get a 401k or a job or some tendies from your mom.
Then again, you figure what better way to sit there and kick the establishment in the ass and go vote for Trump.
Yes.
They could very well do that.
And they really did do that in 2016. I watched them. If anyone remembers r/the Donald, which was so much fun, such an absolute blast. We watched them. We watched the Bernie the Bernie bros flood in. They were so pissed. They knew what had happened. And the WikiLeaks emails, it was all right there in front of your face.
Oh, yeah.
And they knew what happened. And they were like, nope, that's it. We're voting for Trump.
And they're
seeing it happen this year. Well, but this year they watched it happen again going into Super Tuesday. The establishment fell into line.
Yep.
Clyburn went out there and did his little shtick in South Carolina. And until Super Tuesday, people actually thought that Bernie Sanders was the presumptive nominee.
Joe Biden
so crazy.
Ran away from New Hampshire like a little bitch.
Oh my God! He left before the shit was over.
He did. He left like the night before.
He was out.
I'm gonna go to South Carolina because people in New Hampshire don't like me.
He's like, I need another infusion of adrenochrome or whatever the kids say. He just disappeared and had Jill do his events. Can you imagine hosting one of those house parties for big donors? And Jill shows up like, yeah, Joe had to I don't know, whatever. He's just not here. I'd be like, give me my money back and get the hell out of my house. I'm voting for Trump now. How do you like me? This is the most fun I've literally ever had, ever. And I hope you all agree. This is the most fun ever. The best movie I've ever seen. The best shit I've ever lived through. It's just fantastic.
And it should be even better come November.
Can you even imagine? Where are we even going to be in November this year? It's April, 15th? It's April 15th, okay? We're 3.5 months into the year. I don't even know where we're going to be in the 11th month of this year. I can't even, this is like Game of Thrones in the early seasons where you're like, what's going to happen next?
And we have, coming up in September, a primary in New Hampshire, because we have to pick who's going to be running against Jean Shaheen. Anybody should be able to beat her, I hope, as well as congressional. But with this whole thing that's been going on with, the virus and the Democratic presidential whatever, one of my theories is that they're putting Biden in because they know he can't win, but they want
disposable.
They want the Senate seats. That's their prime goal in all this, is the Senate seats and the House seats. That's, I think, what the end goal is, because I think they know he can't win, but they'll take it so that they can get the House and the Senate.
I want to see them get smoked so badly.
I want it to go
I want
red.
a super, super extra awesome majority across the board, and then you're going to see some shit for the next 4 years. I hope that happens. I don't know. Hopefully,
I hope it's
people,
a full moon too. We might have some more memes where that person was screaming at the moon or whatever. I don't know. That was a good one. I mean, what do you think, Stacey? You seeing that down in Georgia?
I can tell you, if Stacey Abrams comes out from Biden, that's not going to go well.
I mean,
she is hideous.
Did she really say that he may as well pick her because she's good at losing or something? Like, I can't remember what I read, but I was like, why would you say that?
Hey, you guys, pick me. I lost.
Stacey
I haven't done
Abrams.
anything, but you should pick me because I'm a black lady. Pick me, please.
Well, Stacey Abrams has actually never won an election.
I know.
She was in the Georgia House of Representatives. She lost running for governor, and basically used her what do you call it? 503c. No, her 50c3 and her voting rights organization to pay off her back taxes.
Oh,
she's so gross. Every time I see her, I'm like,
if you want to be
scared.
vice president, you got to fix the gap in your teeth. Sorry.
I call her Donut Hoover. That's her name. Donut Hoover.
She reminds me of the lady who played Florida on
Why would you besmirch what's her face Evans, Florida, that way? Stacey,
because that's all I can think of when she smiles.
I would vote for Florida Evans or Jefferson, whatever. I would vote for Florida before I would ever vote for Donut Hoover. I'm sorry, that's her name. She's just gross. Gross. I'm governor, you guys, and it's racist if you don't think so. Okay, but the vote counts.
Now, I'm going to leverage this particular opinion. Val Demings has a career in law enforcement. The other woman on here, Catherine Cortez Masto, was actually the elected Attorney General of Nevada. Amy Klobuchar was an elected senator, albeit boring and way too centrist to do anything for the Biden ticket. Way too average Minnesota. The other person they have here is Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. I can't even believe she's still on the list.
She's done. She is done.
She's over.
Did you see the thing in Lansing?
She's being protested during stay-at-home orders. Okay?
People are still sitting in their cars trying to get out of Lansing. That's how big that protest was.
So, but he has Rep Demings, who happens to be an accomplished African-American woman. He has Cortez Masto, who happens to be a Hispanic accomplished minority female. And he has Kamala Harris, who is also an elected AG. They actually have some electoral wins, right? I mean, Amy Klobuchar's won every election she's been in. Stacey Abrams has won nothing. She knows nothing about foreign policy. She doesn't really even understand executive function at all. And she's just not, I mean, she's a nothing candidate. She brings nothing to the ticket.
Nope. See, here's the thing with the Dems. If they ever wanted to win, and they could have done this in 2016 as well, and all along, they can't comprehend that their little like base of radical people are all invested in this identity politics bullshit. None of us and no one who gives a crap about the direction of the country, whether you're independent, Reform Dem, Rhino, whatever your political leaning, you aren't. I don't know about you guys. I'm not wondering, oh, does the person you pick have ovaries or identify as a chunky monkey batch of ice cream? Like, if I'm gonna vote for a vagina, it better be a smoking hot one. And same thing for any of the other qualities. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't think most of us care what your gender or identity or skin color. Like, they keep hammering this, though. Why does Joe Biden have to pick a woman of color? That's ridiculous. And picking someone on those qualities is bullshit, and you deserve to lose.
It's time.
What? It's time. You know? Bullshit.
No, it isn't. Yeah.
Well, I always throw this back. I always throw this back in their face. I always throw this back in their face, right? They're like, well, the UK's had 2 female prime ministers. Yep, and they are both rock solid conservatives, and I guarantee you the first female president will be one too.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely. I mean, I would love to see Nikki Haley run.
Theresa May wasn't a rock solid conservative, but don't you dare compare any of these women to the queen.
Maggie Thatcher.
But Maggie.
I wish we could clone her.
I know, right?
Right.
Can we just close out because we've got about 7 minutes left, and I think this is really important only because I called it week 1.
Okay.
What?
Week 1 on my podcast with Michael Loftus, called The Loftus Party, that I do every week. Stacey said we are going to find out that the coronavirus leaked from that lab in Wuhan, and it was a bioweapon.
Obviously.
When the hell did I say it? Because I know I said it too in February, I thought.
I said it as soon as we knew the lab was there.
I was like,
You're going to find out.
I'm going to listen to all of it. I to know when I said it too. Because you know me, I said I got my tinfoil.
You know what? We don't even have to find out when we said it. No. We all knew it.
Headline in Fox News an hour ago. Sources believe coronavirus originated in Wuhan lab as part of China's effort to compete with the U.S.
Yep. Oh my God, I'm shocked.
Well, first of all, you guys, China has caved that patient 0 was in the hospital on December 1st. Okay?
Yep.
Which means he had it sometime in November. Do you know when the Wuhan seafood market actually opened?
Middle of December.
December 15th.
Yep.
When did Trump announce he had put new trade restrictions or tariffs or whatever? That is when this blew up right there. He announced it. It wasn't hugely blasted across the media because they're like, he wanted 2 scoops of ice cream or whatever. As soon as he said that he had done something different with tariffs or put the screws to China, I was like, oh, frig, here we go. And boom, that's when that came out because China's like, I don't think so. You don't get one over on us. Well, we'll see about that. Not a surprise.
I'm still not 100% convinced that
There
it
is
wasn't a
increasing
bioweapon.
confidence. There is increasing confidence that COVID-19 likely originated in a Wuhan laboratory, not as a bioweapon. Yeah, it was.
I'm not
But as part of
that,
Chinese
yeah.
effort. Okay, I'm sorry. What's her name now? Xi Zhenling, I think is her name. She's called the Batwoman. She was playing around with those little spike proteins in 2015 and putting them in mice. And do you know what happened with the mice when she put those on a coronavirus backbone?
They
Because
died.
they weren't there originally. The old mice died and the young ones didn't.
Yep. There are some signatures from a biological standpoint with this, and I'm not a virologist or an epidemiologist or anything like that, but there are some signatures with this where there are some things wrapped up in it that really speak to it not being a naturally occurring thing. It's like someone took a bunch of crap, sewed it together. Oops, I spilled the vial. I guess it's going to go all to all countries. We put you on planes and infect the entire world with it. It sounded tinfoil hat a couple of months ago, but it doesn't now, does it?
No, but I don't know if you saw the article where they talked about there's about 100 patients in South Korea, and it really caught me the word they used, that the virus reactivated. When I hear something like that the tinfoil hat grows at that point, because it's like, why would you use the word reactivated?
See, for me, I'd be like, okay, what was the source, though? Because I question, like, if it came from any news source, media, journalist, whatever, I'm like, I don't know if you have an agenda, so you know what I mean? Like, every single thing we're getting can be bullshit, can be twisted. None of us know. It's crazy.
The thing that does it for me is documented in the 2015 paper is the idea that this research that was done in mice and killed all the old mice and didn't kill the young mice, okay, and also infected human airway epithelial cells, okay, going into your lung. The next step was to try it in primates, which is when the project got shut down on an international level.
Quote unquote.
In 2018, well, no, because there were U.S. partners in on this initial part of the project, okay? And people from other countries as well. And that's when we're like, no, we're yanking our funding. We're not going to play like that. In 2018, this same woman gave a talk on her research at a university in China. That video is wiped from the web, and there is no write-up about her speech anymore.
Was this the chick in Canada? Like, she ended up in Canada?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Does this tie into the guys arrested at Harvard and other colleges?
She's been involved. No, she's been involved. She's been leading research at the Wuhan lab since it was opened.
Okay. Is she still alive and, like, speaking? Because they've made some of those people disappear. Oh, so she's still doing their bidding. Well, that's good. Good for her. I'd like to stay alive.
Stay in it out.
Not like those other reporters and doctors who got disappeared. But anyway,
yes,
we're coming up on the top of the hour, ladies.
Poop.
So, Diane, why don't you tell the people where they can find you?
You can find me at DMB 1031 or the Red Wine. And where can we find you, Auntie?
Girl, I'll give you my address after the show. You got to come over for some wine. You can find me on the Twitters at Real Auntie Vodka. Come on and have some fun. I promise you won't be disappointed. But you might, and whatever.
And you can find me at Scotsfire, SCOTSFIRE. And you can hear me every morning during the quarantine with Rowdy Rick Robinson, our wonderful station manager, on the Kung Flu Spew. Once a week with Michael Loftus, Fox News contributor, on the Loftus Party, and sometimes I write stuff at NOK.
You are everywhere, honey. Remind me to heckle you in the morning.
And then remember next week.
I love doing my morning show with Rick.
Right?
Morning show with Rick is a pleasure.
I got to remember to like call in and or text in and heckle you guys.
And just remember, next week, the Foo Bar will be back, and we'll be on in a couple of weeks, and we will see you then, and have a great couple of weeks off. Stay safe, everybody. Don't put your mask on and whatever,
Peace out, homies.
Have a great night. Thanks.